Morning, kidder. Have you seen me clean socks? Where's Thelma?
She's gone.
Pardon?
She's gone.
Gone to breakfast?
No. Gone.
You mean gone home?
Obviously. My wife has left me.
When was this then?
About 6 o'clock, I had her moving around. I thought she'd just gone to the bathroom, but her car's gone and she's gone.
It's a bit early, isn't it? She doesn't still do that paper round, does she?
Don't be flippant. It's not so funny, Terry. It's not so funny at all.
Sorry.
Why? Why did she have to turn up here last night? Why?
Well, it's your average wife's basic lack of trust, isn't it?
It was just an innocent fishing weekend, just the lads. It's so unfair. If it was a trip to the motor show or a football excursion to Amsterdam or even a club outing to Morecambe, I could understand it. But it was just you and I innocently fishing up the Tyne. I haven't done anything.
Well, I know you haven't, so why the dawn departure?
Well, that's your fault, that, isn't it?
Oh, it's my fault, is it? It's always my fault. Whenever you get into any sort of trouble, it's my fault. How is it my fault?
Well, last night you arranged something, didn't you? With that sexy barmaid.
What? Well, I put out a few feelers, yes. I mean, there was a lot of hinting and winking going on, but those things never come to out.
Well, last night they did. Last night your number came up.
She came up here?
Yes.
She came up here after lights out, like?
After Thelma and I had put the lights out, yes.
Oh, I see. And Thelma thought that you and her were...
It's not so funny, Terry. It's not so funny at all.
No, of course not.
As far as I'm concerned, it is tragic.
Yes, it's tragic.
It is not a laughing matter, Terry. My wife has left me because of your nocturnal rendezvous.
You mean to say that barmaid actually... Well, I never... It is tragic.
Thank you.
Tragic for me. What a waste. A golden moment lost forever. Typical of my rotten luck.
Well, what about my luck? If it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
Well, don't worry. When we get back, I'll go around and see Thelma and give evidence on your behalf.
No, you don't. That'd be fatal. You'd only convince her of my guilt. This is something that only I can handle. I don't want your help. I don't want your advice. This is something I ought to sort out on my own.
Fine. Good. Right?
What am I going to do, Terry? What am I going to do? Huh?
You talking to me?
Well, of course I am.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to handle this yourself.
I am. I'm just asking you. What am I going to do?
Look, Bob. Don't do anything. Sometimes it's better if you don't try to explain things. If there's a crisis, you just walk straight through it as if it wasn't there. It's a question of attitude. It's a question of mind over matter.
I don't follow you.
You remember Malcolm Price?
Little Mal?
Aye, had a moustache and a funny walk.
Had a funny moustache, if I remember.
Yeah, well, the women didn't find it so funny, I can tell you, because he was always putting it about.
Didn't he marry that Dougie Pringle's sister, Sandra?
Yes, I think that was the one. Anyhow...
Dougie only had one ear, you know.
Yes, I know, Bob, I know.
At school, we used to call him Lugless Douglas.
Look, Bob, can we leave the childhood reminiscences for later, eh?
Sorry, you were saying?
I was saying... Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Well, Malcolm was at this party one night, and he works for this cosmetic firm, you know, so you can imagine what the crumpet was like. Anyhow, the following morning, he wakes up with the most incredible hangover. And his wife says to him...
Sandra?
Sandra. She says, I'm going down to the supermarket, can I borrow the car? So Malcolm says, yes. I mean, he's not bothered. He's still trying to find the roof of his mouth. But what does she find on the front seat of the car?
What?
Only his underpants.
What is underpants doing on the front seat?
Oh, Bob, come on. I know you've got a lot on your mind at the moment, but try and use a little bit of imagination.
Oh, yes, underpants. My word.
Quite. But the worst is yet to come. There is a telephone number written on the underpants in black eyebrow pencil.
Whose number was it?
Well, as it happened, it was the girl on the switchboard, but that is neither here nor there. What is important is Malcolm's attitude in this moment of crisis. I mean, what do you say when your wife comes into the room waving a pair of autographs wife fronts, eh? What would you say?
Me? Oh, God. Well, I suppose I'd say, they must be Terry's. I gave him a lift home last night.
Oh, that's typical, that is. Trust you to turn round and blame me.
Well, what did Malcolm say?
Well, this is the whole point. He just looked straight through her, and he said, I refuse to discuss the matter. And the matter was never discussed again.
Just like that? I refuse to discuss the matter.
Well, not like that. You've got to say it like he did, as if you really meant it, like you know the subject's never going to be brought up again. I refuse to discuss the matter.
I refuse to discuss the matter.
Well, that's better, that's better.
I refuse to discuss the matter.
Try it with a Thelma at the end or the beginning.
Thelma, I refuse to discuss the matter. Thelma, I absolutely refuse to discuss the matter. I put an absolutely in that time.
It helped.
Thelma, I absolutely refuse to discuss the matter.
No, that's a bit savage, that's a bit menacing. You're Henry Fonda, not Anthony Quinn.
I refuse to discuss the matter.
Perfect. You see, it's just a question of mind over matter. If you can convince her it doesn't matter, she's not going to mind.
Right, yeah, very good, very good. Point taken, convince her. Mind over matter. Right.
Good lad.
But you'll come in with me, won't you?
Oh, yes, if you like.
On the way, we'll get her some flowers or some chocolates or a big fluffy teddy bear from that shop in Blackett Street.
Bob, man, you're innocent. Good God, man, you know the laws of marriage as well as I do. And one of the first principles is presence equal guilt.
Right, yeah. Good thinking, Terry.
Right, now, I'll finish my packing. You do yours and I'll see you downstairs.
Right, OK. Terry?
Oh, now what?
Hey, that barmaid, what had you arranged? I mean, what did you say to her? Get her up here, like?
I refuse to discuss the matter.
You wait for us then?
Of course I will. You can run me home when you've said what has to be said.
But that won't take long, as I'm refusing to discuss the matter.
Quite. Go on then, shift yourself.
Thelma, where are you going?
To my mother's.
Why?
What do you expect me to do after last night?
Ah, Thelma, about last night,
I refuse to discuss the matter.
I've made you a nice hot cup of tea.
She's left me.
Now drink it while it's hot.
I never had a
I
chance
didn't put
to...
any sugar in, because you don't take sugar in tea now, do you?
She's left me.
She hasn't left you for long.
Well, how do you figure that out?
Case was too small.
You're such an expert, you, aren't you? I should never listen to you in the first place. Should have bought the chocolates or the flowers or the teddy bear or all three.
Fatal.
Well, what, pray, could be more fatal than this?
Bob, this is just another fence in the steeplechase of marriage. You'll get over it. But what is important now is how you behave. Now that is critical.
You know, I'm sick of your tuition, master bloody mind. The reason I get into critical situations is because I keep using you as a marriage guidance counsellor. You, whose own marriage ground to a halt in a matter of months.
It's only natural for you to be like this.
Go away, leave me alone.
It's only natural for you to want me to go. Me, who's the only person who can help you through this situation.
Will you stop being so understanding? Because it does not become you. It does not become you.
It's only natural for you to lose control. I understand.
All right, since you're going to tell me anyway, what would you do in this situation?
Ah, well, I would never have got into this situation. Letting me wife leave me, I'd have left her.
Well, I would have left her if I'd known she was going to leave me.
Well, it's a bit late for that now, isn't it? As I say, it's what you do now that matters.
What do I do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. You do nothing. Going round, ringing her up, apologising, sending flowers, all that is fatal. You just pretend you don't give a rat's. Just relax, man.
My wife has left me. I don't give a rat's. More champagne. Relax. This is the lowest point in my life. My marriage is in shreds around me.
Come on, Bob, man, it's early days yet. Going back to their mother, they all do that, don't they? You've got your whole lives in front of you. You're just at the dawn of your disasters.
You know, at times like this, you really are a great help, Terry.
I like to think so. Come on now, drink that tea while it's hot. All right, is it?
Yes, it's very nice, thank you. It's lovely.
Good, good.
Don't you think I should go round there?
Definitely not. That's what they expect of you. And if you don't, it confuses them. They don't know what to do. The ball's in your court, kidder. It's your advantage.
Just like a tennis match.
It is, man. It's just like a tennis match. And it's your service. Only knowing you, it's bound to be a double fault.
Terry, how long were you married? How long were you actually married to Utah?
Well, I suppose, best part of 2 years, on and off. Mostly off.
So you didn't enjoy a great deal of married life?
Well, no, I suppose I didn't if you put it that way. No, why?
You're such an expert, you. In such a short time, you're such an expert. A working man's guide to married life.
I am trying to give you the benefit of my bitter experience.
Did you ever go through this kind of situation with Utah? You know, where she thought you might have been putting it about?
From time to time. Nothing as drastic as little Mal, mind. But there was once.
What?
Well, somebody once told Jutta that while she was at work, I'd been seeing this waff. Now, she's a canny little thing, mind. Came from up here. Couldn't half sup or ale, so we had a lot in common. Anyway, one afternoon, Jutta comes home early from work, and she didn't half give me some stick about it. And believe you me, German stick's a damn sight worse than English stick. She went on about how it was the talk of the whole barracks, how I'd been having it away with this waff, and she was going back to her mother. So I said, now, just you wait 1 minute, my girl. Just you wait 1 minute. And this is what you have got to tell Thelma. Jutta, I said, where is a marriage without some basic trust? Without that instinct that tells you when to trust your partner in life, where are we? Where are we? I said, where are we?
And where were you?
Nowhere. She found the waff in the airing cupboard. There you are. Now drink that while it's hot.
Thank you.
I'll put some sugar in, because you must have sugar in cocoa.
I thought she would have rung.
No, not when they're at their mother's.
No, because she'll be stopping her like you're stopping me.
Bob, I am not stopping you from ringing Thelma. I am advising you.
Oh, pretty strong advice. Every time I move near the phone, you threaten to rip it out the wall.
She'll be back tomorrow.
Perhaps.
Anyway, you've got me here. Me and little Norman.
Well, Norman makes it worse, really. Because he smells of Thelma's cologne.
Why? He's a bit like that, is he?
Will you be all right in the spare, is it, Ed?
Yes, I've slept in worse places than that.
Appreciate you staying.
That's the least I could do.
I suppose you'd be sitting next to the phone all night, guarding it.
Bob, I know that your natural instinct is to want to ring up Thelma, knowing she's only 2 penneth away. But that is what she expects. And sometimes if you do something that is unexpected, it gives you the edge on them. Remember Ronnie Oliver?
Why, quiet, lad. He married that Janet who was a bit...
Yeah, it always was.
Funnily enough, she once went out with Lugless Douglas.
Yes. So I heard.
More than he did, poor lad.
Yes. But the point is, when Ronnie found that she had been seeing this car salesman, his reaction was very surprising.
Yeah, if I remember from the Northern Echo, he went down the garage, dragged the salesman through the car wash, then threw him through the showroom window.
Exactly. But that was not like him. He wasn't happy doing that. But he did it for the sake of his marriage, and what was the result?
3 months for assault and battery.
Yes, but when he came back, she hardly dared raise her voice to him.
Few of us did.
And as long as you get me point, it sometimes pays to do the unexpected.
Do you think it'd be a good idea to throw Thelma through a plate glass window?
Not at this stage, no. Now, you get yourself a good night's sleep.
Thanks, Terry.
You know, I've been thinking, Bob, when you and I were going through our crisis, we might have been able to patch it up, you know. Save our marriage. If only I had a friend like me.
There's no answer to that.
Bob, I've made you some coffee. Now come and drink it while it's hot.
He's at the time? Why didn't you wake me?
I thought it best let you sleep on, because you didn't get a wink till about 4, did you? I heard you moving about and talking to little Norman.
I'm supposed to be at work.
Nobody could expect you to go to work when you're in the middle of an emotional crisis. Anyway, it's best that you're here when she comes back.
Well, what makes you so certain she will come back?
Of course she'll come back. She'll come back to get some clean things. And she'll come back when she thinks that you're at work. And that's when we lock her in the bedroom.
Now look what you made me do. Have you got a hanky?
Oh, leave it, man, leave it. Sometimes I think you're not worth saving.
What do you mean we'll lock her in the bedroom?
I've got it all worked out. Listen. Now, you remember Alan Stamp, who married that bonny girl, worked in the dairy?
Barbara.
Barbara, yes.
Her father was a strange man. He was the one who exposed himself on Whitley Bay seafront August Bank holiday.
Yes, well, can we go into that later, Bob?
Fortunately, it was a wet August.
Yes. The point is that Alan locked Barbara in the bedroom.
Why?
Because she went too far. So, in the middle of one of her tantrums, he just walks out the bedroom, locks the door, and goes off to see the lads.
Well, isn't that a bit drastic? I mean, is that a sensible tactic?
Certainly it is. It gives them time to cool off. And they can't get over what you've done, you see, because it's unexpected, unpredictable, masculine. And when you open that door a few hours later, you'll have a different woman on your hands, all humble and apologetic.
And desperate to go to the lavatory, I should think.
Well, yes, but it all helps, man, it all helps. It's hard for a woman to give you a stick when she's dying for a pee.
I think that's very dodgy.
Not at all, Cat. It's the old caveman bit. And they all respect that in the end.
Yeah, that is a valid point, the caveman, yes.
Makes them know they've got a man about the house. You remember Vin Welsh?
In the greenhouse?
Aye.
With that... It's Thelma.
I told you. I told you she'd be back. I just gotta have a word. No. Let her come to you.
She's going upstairs.
Of course she's gone upstairs. She's gone up to get a clean nightie and a tube of toothpaste. She hasn't come back to you. Not yet. Now is your chance.
What?
To lock her in the bedroom. Go on, then. Go on.
Well, I just think.
Bob, she is your wife. This is your house. This is where she belongs. If you lock her in the bedroom now, she can't go back to her mother. And if she does, this whole thing could drag on for months.
Yeah, that is a valid point, Terry.
Caveman.
Yeah. The caveman, yes.
I just think... Go on.
Thelma, this is our house. You're my wife, and this is where you belong. Good lad. I've got your coat.
Mr. Ferris? Mr. Ferris, what's happened? Mr. Ferris, let me out.
Cheers, Pet.
Thank you.
There you are. Now drink that while it's cold.
It doesn't seem right sitting here drinking with Thelma locked in the bedroom.
Ah, just let her simmer for a couple of hours.
You make her sound like a stew.
You'll see the difference.
Did we leave the heating on? That room gets very chilly.
Well, she can always go to bed, can't she? Cuddle up to little Norman. Oh, well, let's have a game of darts.
Oh, it's all right for you, isn't it? You're not emotionally involved. All right for you sitting there dispensing advice like Marjorie Proops.
I am involved, Bob. I am involved in protecting the innocent, and you are innocent, remember? Just 'cause she wouldn't listen to your view of the matter.
Well, I thought I was going to refuse to discuss the matter.
Well, she didn't even give you a chance not to discuss the matter.
I better ring the library.
What for?
Well, she's supposed to be at work, isn't she? They're going to wonder why she's not there.
What are you going to tell them?
Well, I won't say I've locked her in the bedroom. I'll make an excuse. I'll say she's been taken poorly. Her old trouble's come back again.
What's her old trouble?
Chilblains.
Chilblains?
Oh, sorry. This is Robert Ferris here, Thelma Ferris's husband. I'll just ring to say she won't be in this afternoon. She's not feeling too well. Chilblains.
She won't be in. Just a minute. It's your husband. He says you won't be in today. You're not feeling well.
What are you talking about?
Honestly?
Here, let me have a word. Hello?
Hello. I'm just ringing on behalf of Thelma Ferris. Just to say she won't be in this afternoon. She's not feeling too well. Best to keep her indoors. You know, you can't be too careful.
Is it serious?
No. Just her old trouble, chilblains. She'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you for letting me know.
Not at all.
What on earth was all that about?
Anthea, would you mind holding the fort for a bit? I'm going to slip home and find out what's going on.
Of course, Pet. Perhaps it's your husband who isn't feeling well.
Come on, kidder, get that down, yeah?
I feel terrible.
There's only one solution. Throw yourself into your darts. Away.
What on earth's going on?
Apparently, Mr. Ferris locked some woman in his bedroom.
It's no good. I can't concentrate. It's dangerous to play darts when your mind's not on it. Let's pack it in.
Right. Well, that's 5p, you owe me.
All right, all right.
Oh, you're such a worrier, aren't you? And women don't like that, you know. You've got to be firm. You've never been firm with your women, have you? I've always had to carry you through your emotional crises.
Crises.
Pardon?
The word is crises.
Well, whatever the word is, I've always had to carry you through them.
You've always caused them, you.
No, I have not.
Yes, you have. Ever since Park Juniors. If I've ever had to hang up with a woman, you can bet your life you were the bottom of it.
As I recall, at Park Juniors, I once stopped you from making a complete fool of yourself. Over that English mistress, Miss Lundy.
There was definitely something there. Some spark when our eyes met. Even as a naive adolescent, I couldn't fail to be aware of that.
All she asked you to do was stay behind and fill the inkwells.
The way she said it.
2 years you spent topping up our inkwells and cleaning that blackboard, and you never gotten out. You never even got a pass in English.
I might have stood some chance if you hadn't told her it was me wrote that mucky poem about her in the bicycle sheds.
It was all for your own good. I've always stopped you from any sort of relationship that was no good to you. Relationships you should never have got into in the first place. Celia Fulcher, for instance.
Ah, yes, Celia. After you persuaded me to give her up, you went out with her for 6 months.
I could handle her.
I'd have liked to.
She was wrong for you, Bob, as was that demonstrator, as was that coloured nurse who wanted to take you home with her. If it hadn't been for me, you'd be cutting sugarcane in the Windward Islands by now.
At least I've been well out of your way in the Windward Islands. I might have stood some chance of building up a secure future out there, except I'd never be able to relax. I'd always jump at the sound of every ship's hooter, knowing that one day you might come down the gangplank and threaten my happiness.
You always hurt the one you love, Robert.
Yes, I'm sure I'm hurting the one I love right now. What happened when Alan let Barbara out the bedroom?
Oh, well, that was a bit unfortunate.
How do you mean, unfortunate?
She never spoke to him again.
Oh, my God!
Yeah, but he overdid it. He didn't open the door for 3 days.
Go on, then. Well, are you coming in with me?
There's some things a man has to do on his own.
You were with me when I locked her in the bedroom.
Yes, but I don't think I should be when you let her out the bedroom.
What are you going to do, then?
Well, I'll just sit here while you make it up. You can have a cuddle and a cup of tea, and then you can run me home.
She leaves me again.
And Thelma can run me home.
Thelma, before I let you out, I want you to listen to me. As I said, this is our house, you're my wife, and this is where you belong. But I want you to realize that I can be firm, and domineering, and unpredictable. Thelma? Thelma, you wronged me with your assumptions, Thelma. You wouldn't listen to me this morning when I wanted to refuse to discuss the matter. Well, I still refuse to discuss the matter. If only you listen to me. I'm going to unlock this door now, and I want you to come downstairs with me and discuss the facts. But I want you to realize that I'm the master in this house. Thelma? Thelma?
I've always thought there was insanity in the Ferris family.
Thelma?
I've always put put down your absent-mindedness to a sort of lovable eccentricity, Bob, but I realise now that you're right round the twist. First of all, you ring me up and tell me where I'm not where I am, and then you lock Mrs. Greenlands in the bedroom and she won't be coming back. As she said herself, not while that madman's in the house.
Thelma, unlock this door at once.
Oh, you're being masterful and domineering now, are you? Well, I don't know what you thought you were playing at, locking me in the bedroom, but you can think about that now while I go back to my mother's.
Let me out, Thelma! Thelma, let me out!
Bob? Bob?
What?
Do you think you could make it onto this?
Don't be silly. I'd break my leg if that ladder slipped.
But I'd be holding it.
Quite. When's the locksmith arriving?
Sometime. He didn't say when exactly.
You ring for an ambulance?
Why?
'Cause you'll need one when I get hold of you.
Now, Bob, it's only natural for you to abuse your most loyal and valued friend. Here, take this.
What is it?
I made you a flask of Oxo. Now drink it while it's hot. Ha! Oh!